You have heard of lambdas and know they are related to functions, but not yet understand what they are. In this video you will see how to create a lambda, the difference with regular functions, and you will see typical situations where to use them. The first thing I need to tell you is that many developers freely mix the terms lambda, anonymous functions, and lambda expressions. And although they are closely related, there are some subtle differences between them, and by the end of this video you will understand those as well. So, what does a lambda look like in Python? Look at this code. This is a lambda in Python. This part is called the lambda expression. And the whole thing is called an anonymous function. Anonymous means without a name. Now, how on earth would a function without a name be useful? I will demonstrate this with the example you see on the screen. Here is a list with names. I use the sorted function to sort the names alphabetically. Look at the output. The names are sorted. Now I create a list with first names and last names. Each name is now a tuple of first name and last name. What happens when I execute the code again? Take a moment to look at the output. Python sorted the list using the first tuple element followed by the second tuple element. But it is more common to sort a list of names by last name, which is the second tuple element. You can do this by using the key argument in the sorted function. But what is the key? Preferably, I'd like to specify the second element from the tuple like this. But that will not work. Python raised an error. The key needs to be a function that takes an object and returns the value you want to sort on. And that works. The list is sorted on last names. Notice that the last name from name function is only used by the sorted function. It will be called for each element in the list, but nonetheless, there is only one piece of code that references it, and that is here. This is a good example where lambdas can compact this code. Let me show you. I comment out the function. I replace the function name with a lambda expression. And that works. The list is still sorted on last names. When a function is referenced in a single place in the code, it can be substituted by an anonymous function. There are, however, a few restrictions. The first one is obvious. An anonymous function cannot be called from another location in the code. An anonymous function cannot have statements. And the expression must be a single line of code. This restricts the application of lambdas in Python, and here are a few examples of them. Lambdas can be used as first argument in the filter function. Here, a lambda takes a number and returns true if the number is greater than 10. And in this example, a lambda is used by the map function to double numbers. It's important to know that lambdas in Python are subject to many discussions and that even the creator of Python commented on them. I'll put a link to these articles in the description. If you do not have the time to read them, the idea is that lambdas can often be replaced with more Pythonic ways of working. In the end, you have to decide where lambdas are useful in your code, and in this video you have seen at least one example where lambdas can save you a couple of lines of code. And that's all for this video. For more Python tutorials, click one of my other videos. Thanks for watching.